Hello guys, my name is Evans. Welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to continue looking at the Information Technology 9626 Specimen Paper 2. In the last video, we ended with step number 18, and in this video we pick it up with step number 19. So step 19 says the university calculates tutors' pensions using the date that is started their employment. Use DD, YY format for the date. Okay, so using a suitable software, using a suitable spreadsheet software, load the file tutor.csv. Okay, so remember we had the files already opened at once in the last video. So if it's not yet opened, you can open it. Okay, so mine is ready, so let's go back to the question paper. Place the text Tawara University list of course tutors in cell A1. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it in cell A1. So A1 is there, and paste the text there. Okay, next step, merge the cells A1 to M1 into a single cell and center align the contents of this cell, and then you need to apply appropriate formatting, okay, to the cell. So A1 to M1, merge them, so merge and center. Okay, so you merge and center because we are asked to center the information as well. Then we are told to apply appropriate formatting to this text. Now notice the formatting that we are using here is actually house style that we were told that this organization uses. Okay, so in the first video we created a house style, a cell style, but it won't be found here because it is found in another spreadsheet. So if you open the other spreadsheet here and you go to home and other styles, you notice that we created this style here. The funny thing is that you cannot copy this style to another Excel sheet. That's the bad side. Nevertheless, we can create the same style and apply it. So let's say a new style, and the style name is Tawara house style. Okay, and we're going to format this style. So the information for formatting the style is that this style is supposed to be, let's just go back down where the Excel part begins, or the spreadsheet part begins. Okay, so this is where the formatting is. So it's supposed to be italic red sans serif font on a pale blue background. Okay, so italic red sans serif and pale blue background. So let's go here, make it italic, make it since it's a heading, I would rather you make it maybe something like 14 or so. Make it sans serif, which caliber is fine, but the background, the foreground, make it red. The background, so go to border, let's say fill, go to fill, and the fill color, make it pale blue. Okay, so that is some good blue. Okay, that's fine. So notice we have all this information. So you have this style, you can check it one more time. On the font you have Calibri, you have italic, it is 14, that's 5 because it's a heading, and it is color is red and the background is blue, and apply it. Then we're told to apply appropriate formatting to the cell that we just merged, so just apply the formatting as that. Okay, next step, so we are now doing step number 19. We just done step 19, so we go to step 20. Okay, so step 20 says you will place the debt that will be used to calculate the pension in cell J2. Okay, so that's just the information. So we are supposed to restrict the data entry for this cell, which is cell J2, to ensure that only debts between and including 2010 and 2040 can be entered. Inform the user if incorrect data has been entered. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are supposed to add a validation rule on cell J2 that restrict dates that are being entered between 2010 and 2040 inclusive only. Okay, any date outside that, we should flag it as an error. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. Okay, so go to J2 is this one. So to validate this cell, you need to go to data and then go to data validation and validation. So you need to select the validation criteria. You need to allow this time is a date that we are validating. Okay, so select date, and we're told that the date is supposed to be between. So between is fine. You can use less than or greater than. That is still fine, but I'll use between because it's the one which is easy. So the date is supposed to be between let's say 1st January 1st January 2010. Okay, so the date is supposed to be between 1st January 2010, and also the end date is supposed to be let's see, what's the 2040. The last date is actually 31st December. Okay, 2040. Okay, so all dates must be between this one. So notice that the dates inclusive mean that the first day of 2010 is included, and 2040 inclusive means the last day of 2040 is actually included. Okay, yeah, 2040. That's, I don't know how many years from now. 22 years from now. Okay, that's a long time. I'll probably be around 50 then. Okay, let's see, where are we? Okay, so the next part of the question, we're supposed to flag an error. Okay, so receive the date. So inform the user if the incorrect date data has been entered. So we need to give out some information to the user. So what we need to do now is to go on error alert. The input message is the message that is prompted when you hover your mouse over this cell. You get some text that will be giving you some information of what it's supposed to do. But here is what we want. So here we want to say maybe something like invalid debt. Okay, and then the message is like the debt you have entered is invalid. Okay, please let's make it formal, capital P, please enter a valid debt. Please enter a valid debt. Okay, and then once you do that, then say okay. Now you can test this right from the from here if you want to see if it's working, but I know we'll come and test it later on. Okay, so evidence, save your spreadsheet as tutor2 underscore followed by your center number and candidate number. Okay, so let's go here and save this as save as in the current folder. Save it as tutor2 underscore zm556 underscore 0001. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, keep using it and go to the next part of the question. Okay, so the next question says open the document testable.rtf and complete the test table for step 20. Okay, if the actual outcome of the test is an error message, take a screenshot, okay, of the error of the message for the user and place that in the correct cell of the table. And then we're going to come back to the evidence document that is for just saving. So let's go ahead and open this document called testable.rtf. Okay, so go to the folder where you have this, and it is actually this one. So just double click on it and open it in Word. And notice, if you study this, notice that you are doing some testing of data. Okay, so you have your test type. Okay, so what type of test are you performing? Is it a length check? Is it a check digit? Is it a presence check? Is it whatever type of check that you are using? And then the data chosen, this is the actual values that you're going to enter in the cells. And the type of data, this is where you find the three types of data that you guys use for your testing: abnormal data, expected which is normal data, then you have got extreme data. Okay, so you have expected outcome. This is before you even put this data in the computer. You should have some sort of result that you're expecting to get, and then the actual result is the values that you get, or the results that you get after you've input the data. Okay, so this is basically what this table is. Okay, so if I were you, I would even populate this table with some of the information that is required there. But anyway, let's go back to the question and see if there's anything that we can do. So complete the test table for step 20. Okay, we are supposed to complete it. Okay, so how you can complete it: first of all, you go here on the type of data. I'm going to write the three types of data: normal data, then I'll have let's see, extreme data, and I'll have abnormal data. Okay, the expected outcome for normal data must be accepted. Normal data must be accepted. Extreme data must also be accepted, but abnormal data should be rejected. So this is what I expect. And then the data chosen. Okay, I can choose some data. For normal data, I'll choose any date between these two. So I'll say 02 maybe 2nd January 2010. That is my first normal data. Notice there's supposed to be two of them. So two values for normal data. How do you know? Because the first cell and second cell, they are actually pointing to normal data there. The next one, I'll pick it up maybe something like maybe let's say 29th of November in the year 2039. That is normal. Extreme data, that is data that is just at the border line. So 01/01 2010, that is my extreme data. And the last one is 31st of December 2040. That is the maximum date that we should accept. Then the abnormal data. The abnormal data is data that is outside the ranges. Okay, it could be maybe even a number, not a date, or something, some text of some kind, like 1st January. Maybe instead of typing the date like that, then it's written as 1st January. Okay, but I'm going to pick up some actual dates that are outside the boundary of what we have. Okay, so let's start with the date maybe that is in 2008. So let's say 08 in the month of August, and this is going to be 2008. Okay, I hope that's not your birthday. Otherwise we will know that you are for the month of August, and when it's August we'll sing for you. Okay, so another one, we can pick up a date that is above the extreme data. Okay, so let's say 21st of let's say 21st of October this time for a change, and the date is going to be 2050. Okay, 2050. Okay, now one more thing that we're supposed to do, we need to specify what kind of what kind of testing we're going to do for this one. Okay, so the test type, remember we are checking to see if the date is within the limits or the range. So we are performing what is known as a range check for the date. Okay, so then what we're supposed to do now is to run some of these dates in the actual data. So I'll copy this, copy, and go ahead and paste it here. Okay, so let's do this. So the date has been accepted, no error whatsoever. So I'll come back here and report my actual result. So I'll just say date accepted. Let's pick up this date, copy it, come here, paste it there, and no error whatsoever. So this one has also been accepted. So we'll just say debt accepted. Then we have this debt, which is extreme. Get it, paste it, the same debt there, no error whatsoever. It has also been accepted. So go here, copy this and paste it there. Debt accepted. We pick up this other debt. We expect it as well to be accepted because it is extreme. So 2040 has also been accepted. So that is fine. So copy this and paste it here. It's been accepted. Then let's go to abnormal data. We're expecting it to be rejected. Okay, we expect this debt to be rejected. So copy it, go to the field and paste it there. No, I've pasted it in the wrong place. It's supposed to be pasted in there. And the debt was accepted. Something strange. So it could mean that the formula is not filtering out the debt actually. So we need to come back here and check the validation that is existing there. So validation. Funny enough, it doesn't show that the validation is existing. Did I put it in the wrong place? It appears as though I put it in the wrong place and I didn't save it. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and put the validation there. So what I'm going to do is just delete this date and let's try to validate this. Okay, so just put the date and between the date is supposed to be between 01/01/2010, okay, and end date is supposed to be 31st of December 2014. Okay, and yeah, then the error message is supposed to be invalid debt, and then the error message, you have entered an invalid debt. Please enter the correct debt between 2010 and 2040 inclusive. Okay, and say okay, let's go back to settings. Okay, the debt is, everything is selected, so apply, and then let's go ahead and pick up 08/08/2008, enter. There you go. So it has rejected this debt with a message, invalid debt. You have entered an invalid debt. Please enter the correct debt between 2010 and 2040 inclusive. So then we're going to capture this because we're told to capture a screenshot of this and paste it in as a message there. So copy this and come back here, okay, and paste it just here. Okay, now the bad side is that this is way too small. So probably I'm gonna have to flip this this page so that this text, this image is big enough so that I mean somebody can see it. So I can flip it. There's no harm in flipping this and making it in landscape, and then we can increase this and increase this, okay, so that it is somewhat visible. Yeah, that's better. All right, so let's go ahead and get this date now. Okay, so this date, copy it, go to Excel, cancel this, put the date in here and hit enter key, and surprisingly it accepts. Oh, now I get it. It's not saving the date actually, I mean the validation rule, because we cancelled it. Okay, that's where the problem is. We shouldn't have cancelled it. Okay, so let's just do it one more time. We're supposed to put 01/01/2010. Okay, so then there is 31st 12 2040, and the message is supposed to be invalid debt, and the error message is that you have entered an invalid debt. Okay, so please enter a debt between 2010 and 2040 inclusive. Okay, and yeah, that's fine now. So then if you put a date, I didn't clear this date. I hope the validation rule is existing. Yeah, it's still there. So put the date now. The date that was there, paste it, is 21st in 2015. So I wonder why this date seems to be accepted when we entered some date of some kind. I don't know why. Let me just delete this. Okay, so the date is supposed to be 21st October 2015. I'll come and put it there. For some reason, the date is so it's supposed to be 01/01/2010, and the 31st 12 2040. Okay, and supposed to be invalid debt, and you have entered an invalid debt. Okay, so please enter a debt between 2010 and 2040 inclusive. Yeah, I hope it doesn't perform this time. Okay, so the warning message is a you can say if you want warning, and say okay, then type the date is 21st in October 2050, enter, and there you go. The validation rule has worked. Okay, so get this screenshot and copy it, then go ahead and paste it just down here. Okay, so that is perfectly fine. Yeah, so make them look neat. Yeah, so this is but notice you have something like stop and stuff like it's up to you. You can choose a logo for warning, you can choose a logo for stop, or a symbol for stop. That doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. Then let's go ahead with the next part of the question. Okay, so the next question says save your evidence document as test 1 followed by your center number and candidate number. So go back here. Yeah, so save it as test 1. No, not this one. We're saving this one. Okay, so save it as test 1 in the current folder. So save it as test 1. So just delete this. Test 1 followed by your center number ZM556 followed by your candidate number 001. And since it's going to have some pictures, I'll save it as a Word document. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I think I've used a lot of time for this video. I'm gonna have to continue the next part of this video in the next section. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I promise the last part of the video will be the last part for this paper so that we can start looking at the paper 4. Some of you guys have asked me to do paper 4 as well, so I'll do paper 4 for you, Specimen, and we'll see how far we can go with it. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment to support my channel. All right, thank you.